Hello everyone, I am Saksham Sharma, founder of Career Coach and former corporate TCS HR and recruiter. Friends, a big update for students who have given TCS MBA hiring that the written down results for TCS MBA hiring have come. Just few hours back, students have received this kind of a mail, which you can see on the screen, that the students who have given the written down on 12th of March, which happened on 12th of March, have cleared it, and the ones who have not cleared it has also received this kind of a mail. Okay, so many congratulations firstly to all the students who have got this congratulatory mail that you have cleared the round. And the ones who cannot clear it, don't be disappointed, because this is not the end. I'm sure you were having expectation that you will clear it, but yeah, few things are not in our hands, so don't be demotivated. It's not the last opportunity for you, to join TCS. You can join TCS later also as an experienced candidate, and yeah, there will be many more opportunities, good opportunities, that will be awaiting for you, if not TCS. All right, so the ones who have cleared the written round and who have got this mail, so again, many congratulations. So what will be the next? So friends, the next thing will be the interview. As you can see, this is mentioned in the mail itself, that the regional TAG team. So basically, the TCS have a structure that there are different talent acquisition teams which look after different cities, and they are divided into region, and they will now schedule their interview. Okay, that means the interview will be scheduled by the regional teams, and it will happen differently for different regions. So not all the interviews will happen on the same date. The region will decide when they are going to conduct the interview, and I think this can start from next week onwards. Okay, so keep checking the mailbox, and you will soon get the mail for your interview round as well. So what is how does the interview happens in TCS? So let me explain you that. So basically, in TCS, the interview round is quite simple. There are three panel: technical, MR, and HR, and all the three panels sits together and take your interview. Okay, so usually when it comes to the engineering hiring, the technical round is more about the technical questions, the coding questions, and the management round is about the leadership and the managerial qualities. But in MBA hiring, it is not very technical, because you are not from technical courses, you are from marketing, finance, operations, so these are not very technical courses. So they will ask you questions from different areas, right? And the TR and MR will together ask you questions. MR is the most senior panel in the entire panel set, and you can expect question from anywhere. Okay, so if I have to tell you from which all areas you can expect the question, so basically, let me give you just about what is TR, MR, and HR round. So TR, assesses your technical knowledge, and MR assesses your leadership and strategic thinking, your problem solving skills. The most senior panel who takes a decision finally after the interview, that whether to take this candidate or not. And HR is to check more about attitude, your communication, your fitment to the TCS, and of course your eligibility criteria. Okay, so when you will get a call from TCS for the interview round, they will first check your documents, and they will ensure that you are meeting all the eligibility criteria. So once that is clear, you will be allowed to give the interview, and most likely all the three panels will take your interview together. If they are short of panels, they don't have sufficient HR panels or management panels, so they might take the round separately as well. But yeah, good chances that it will be a single round with all the three panels sitting together. Okay, just for information, in MBA hiring, the panel who will take your interview are also MBA graduate, and they are also somebody who were selected from this hiring only. But yeah, they will be very experienced. Okay, so now let's quickly look at what kind of questions can be asked. So you can have different kind of questions right from your resume, because it is the first thing that you will give to the panel, and there will be questions from there. Then there will be questions from your core specialization, which can be marketing, finance, operations, HR, business analyst. So that will be the second set of question that you can expect. And then definitely this hiring is not for your marketing or finance role. This hiring is for IT roles, and that is techno-functional roles, where you will not be doing coding exactly, but you will be doing a techno-functional kind of a role, which is kind of a consulting between client and the technical team. And that is where you have to justify that how do you fit as an MBA student in marketing, finance, operation, for the techno-functional role. So I think this is the biggest challenge that I have seen in all the interviews that I have taken in this hiring, that student fails to answer this particular justification. In the past videos that I have made about interview preparation, you can check that on our YouTube channel, is also addressing the same thing. You have to justify what you will do. Ask yourself what you will do in an IT company. Are you getting an answer? No. So if you don't have an answer, then it will be very difficult to justify. So think about it, know more about techno function rules. I will be making videos about it as well to help you. Okay, but yeah, it's something you have to really prepare well. And then you will be having questions from IT trends and latest trends that are happening in the IT industry, Gen AI, cybersecurity, cloud technologies. You need to know that, because your panels are working on this. It is not possible that you don't know you don't know this trending things, and they are expert in that. Definitely they would have expectation that you answer basic questions, at least basic questions from this area. Okay, and definitely there will be questions around TCS, there will be questions around TCS competitors. And in MBA hiring particularly, there are situational based questions. They give you different situations, they put you into different situations, and then they see your response. Usually the MR panel asks this kind of situational questions. And yes, there will be questions from, definitely, from current affairs, especially the geopolitical affairs which is happening now, all these wars and other things happening in the world. Definitely they would try to understand your understanding about these issues and how it is impacting the world. Okay, so these are the 7 areas from where you can expect the questions. Okay, so these are the areas from where you will expect the question, and you have to answer it in a in very confident way with good communication, because MBA students will be getting the client facing role. And that is where it is important that you should have a good communication. So brush up your communication, your articulation. Okay, and let me also tell you which are the selection criteria on which you will be evaluated. So the selection criteria will be your communication, your analytical mindset. Analytical mindset is nothing but how you solve the problem. So they will be throwing different questions and situations. So how much you make sense out of it and you propose a good solution, is something that will decide how good you are at your analytical skill. And let me tell you, friends, in MBA, as an MBA hire, as a techno functional in a techno functional role, you will be actually interacting with the client, and they will be sharing their problems with you, and you have to solve them. So that requires analytical ability. So that will be checked through different kind of situation based questions, from typical questions, diplomatic questions. And yeah, so that is where you have to show your confidence, your articulation ability, and yes, your suitability for the IT roles. So this will be the selection parameters for you to get selected in this particular hiring. So prepare well for it. And if you want help, then I have something for you. This is an ultimate interview preparation course that I have prepared out of my experience in TCS as an HR of for taking 1,000+ interviews. And in this course, I have covered everything in detail that is needed for you to clear the interview. Okay, so everything TR, MR, HR round, making a strategic resume, the common interview mistakes that students do, frequently asked questions on the interviews, handling diplomatic questions. There will be so many diplomatic questions that you will be getting in MBA hiring. And then your interview nervousness, and how to use your academics, finance, marketing knowledge to impress the interviewer. And some tips again from my experience of taking 1,000+ interviews. And this particular course again is not designed from theory, it is designed from the experience of taking 1,000+ interviews myself in TCS, and in MBA hiring and other hirings, right? So all this is coming to you at just price of 499, and I'm sure this will give you a huge advantage in your interview preparation. So all those things that we have covered will be also covered in detail in this particular course. So do take this advantage, and I'm sure it will help you to get a better understanding, to prepare well for your interview. Because if you clear the interview, you will get an offer from company like TCS, which will be a very good start of your career, I must say. So give your best and don't leave any stone unturned in your preparation. It's high time for you to start preparing for your interviews. The interviews will be tough. Okay, it's not easy, but yeah, I'm sure you can crack it. We are there to guide you. And anybody who will take this course, we will also give you the we'll make a live community. We'll make a community where we will be guiding the students, where we'll be doing the live calls and answering their queries. Also, we'll host some past year students who have cleared the TCS MBA hiring interviews, and are now working in TCS, to understand from them how they have cleared the interviews and what was asked to them, right? So all this is something that we have planned for you to prepare for the interview round. So do take the advantage of all these resources, and let's crack the interview and get placed in TCS. So I will share the link of this course. You can explore about it, and I think it's a no-brainer. You should definitely take it if you are serious and committed, because even if you get one insight, I think that is also, I must say, very significant for you, because one small thing can, turn up your interview results. All right. So do take advantage of this course and stay tuned with Career Kunj. We will be making, a content around tips and strategies for particularly for MBA hiring that will help you. So wish you all the best, and high time for you, all of you now, to start working for interview preparation. Okay. I wish you all the best and see you getting placed in TCS. Thank you so much.